One of my founder friends says that he can't onboard new people until he has had a few drinks with them. And that got me thinking. So, back in March 2020, when the entire world was battling the change, we too had no idea how we would continue. We didn't have a work from home policy, we in fact didn't even have a formal business continuity plan, and we had a bunch of new joinees who were set to join us in a couple of weeks. So, we had to undergo a huge shift in our mindset, and there were a lot of lessons that we learned along the way, which I want to share with you today. Lesson number one: we are not here to track people. So, COVID helped us realize that we were just following our traditional ways of punching in, maintaining timesheets, getting worked up when someone took long breaks. So, we moved to this idea of responsible flexibility. We had trusted our people when we hired them, right? So, we didn't want to deplete that trust battery by policing them. Instead, we set clear expectations, we had regular conversations, we provided feedback, and we collaborated on the goals. I've heard leaders say that there's no way I would know if my people were moonlighting if we went remote. Well, you wouldn't have known that even if they came to office and used your premises to work for someone else. So it's extremely important to trust and create a culture that's outcome focused rather than activity focused. Asynchronous communication encourages responsible flexibility, and it helps people be their productive best because they can choose when they want to work, how they want to work, how long they want to work, and so on. Um, Lesson number two: process is king. When the pandemic pushed us to our homes, we were missing our whiteboards. And then I realized that every time we used our whiteboard in office, we would put a red mark there saying, do not erase, which clearly meant it was not the right medium for knowledge sharing and it's not helping us build a process. Processes are not just for planning or documentation. Processes are also for how often we communicate, what we communicate, who communicates, and how do we grow in our careers, and those kind of things as well, the software aspects which we usually ignore. And this is for however big or small you are, especially if you are remote, and we need to support it with the right tools. Lesson number three: it's extremely important to create bonds. When we were co-located, it was easy for us to connect over lunches or coffee breaks or whatnot. But what's more important is to create bonds. So I had this strong personal belief that it was important to discuss personal lives in order to connect, but I was proven wrong by one of my mentors. You could connect over goals, you could connect over common interests, or you could just connect at a personal level by being authentic. And we have to be extremely conscious about providing enough channels for people to connect and maintain that connect, right? So in fact, we have it as one at Promptcloud and Jobs Picker. We have it as one of the desired behaviors, and a lot of our initiatives on managerial development, knowledge sharing revolve around the connect aspect. And make sure you communicate about the purpose of connecting with the whole team, because that's when even the introverts will see the value in voluntarily attending those sessions rather than having to pull them in. All right, so let's accept that remote is the new normal and let's thrive in it.